hours with morning toll, and carts creak slow through ashen lanes. A baker stirred his midnight bowl, while fever gnawed the town like chains. No candle burned within his shop, no prayer was heard, no comfort said. Yet still he baked when others stopped, and shaped pale loaves to feed the dead. The flour was white as a widow's shroud, the water drawn where graves lay deep, the kneading slow, the silence loud, for none but ghosts such watch would keep. Some swore the loaves bore whispered blight, a curse pressed deep with callous thumb. Yet starving souls by lantern light would take the bread and never come. Oh, hush, good folk, and bar the door. The baker walks when clocks are still. He leaves his bread at every floor where plague has had its patient fill. Eat if you must, though precept said, such loaves are marked with graveyard breath. For some are baked to feed the dead, and some are baked to bargain death. At thresholds black with morning tar, he laid his gifts of crust and crumb. For who might say how close we are to those whose tongues have long gone dumb? Perhaps the bread was meant for them, the quiet ranks beneath the clay, or meant to keep their pallid hem from reaching for the living day. And those who scoffed at whispered dread would break the loaf with bitter grin. 'Tis only flour, 'tis only bread, no ghost nor curse resides within. Yet dawn would find their windows sealed, their sheets drawn tight, their faces wan. The baker's trade was never revealed, but still the nightly bread went on. Oh, hush, good folk, and bar the door. The baker walks when clocks are still. He leaves his bread at every floor where plague has had its patient fill. Eat if you must, though precept said, such loaves are marked with graveyard breath. For some are baked to feed the dead, and some are baked to bargain death. Perhaps he mocked the town's despair, a grim old jest in crust and grain. Or else he knew what lingers where the living fear the dead remain. For hunger walks with death as twin, and men will dine where spectres tread. So better bread to draw them in than restless fingers from the dead. So hush, good folk, when night is spread and wind goes cold through shuttered eaves. For somewhere still the baker's bread is laid, where none but silence grieves. And if a loaf lies at your stair, still warm beneath the moon's pale wreath, give thanks and say a cautious prayer, for every crust is cut with death.